Soludo wants to frustrate Peter Obi's presidential bid. But I tell you, it's too late. It's already late because Mr. Peter Obi's presidential journey is being pioneered by the Obedient family. You know, the Obedient family, this is a movement that is not looking at tribe, it's not looking at religion. The Obedient family is a family that is not waiting for the Igbos to endorse Mr. Peter Obi before he gets to Aso Rock. Obedience are the one pushing for Mr. Peter Obi's presidency. And I tell you, no force can stop it.
Welcome home. So welcome home. And I'm very glad that you are here to canvass for votes. Speak to the people, present your value proposition to them. And I want to believe that our people will listen.
Whether Soludo supports Peter Obi or not, Peter Obi is going to be the next president of Nigeria. You can't stop a movement that God himself has instituted. You can't, you know. God has raised up the Obedient family to use it as a medium to change Nigeria. So, Mr. Soludo, it's too late for you to canvass for Mr. Atiku. Can you imagine we having a Fulani president who has not even performed well? And then an Igbo leader is endorsing another Northern Fulani leader to become the president of Nigeria come 2023. Honestly, I don't understand the mathematics that Mr. Soludo is solving. I don't really understand his calculation. I don't. Even if he wants Atiku to hand over to him, I don't think Atiku is the best candidate for Nigeria at the moment. Please, why is it that when our learned men enter politics, they tend to rubbish their prestige? Why? Why is it that people with so much respect and honor, once they enter politics, you know, they start rubbishing their prestige? I don't know what Atiku has promised Soludo that he's going this far. The Igbos have been clamoring for the Igbo presidency, and we are in a stage where even the Northerners have come out to endorse Mr. Peter Obi. Have you checked out the obedience in Jos? Have you checked out the obedience in Kaduna? Have you checked out the obedience in Nasarawa and other states that are very hot for Mr. Peter Obi? What about Benue? Have you checked out these states and see the kind of crowd Mr. Peter Obi is pulling? Only for the governor of Anambra State to come and start telling us that is Atiku that we have to vote for. Please, who is advising Mr. Soludo? Who is his advisor? He should rather promote the presidential candidate in Abga and not Atiku. And if he's aiming to become the president of Nigeria after Atiku, I think he has not done his mathematics very well because Atiku can never emerge the president of Nigeria. Atiku will not win this presidency. How is he even going to win? How is he going to win? Why is Mr. Soludo playing a very dangerous politics? I think we should come together as brothers. Igbos, let's come together. Let's come together. Let's come together and vote for Mr. Peter Obi. But I tell you, whether Soludo supports Peter Obi or not, Peter Obi is going to be the next president of Nigeria. Whether he wins Soludo's support or not, for me, it doesn't matter. The obedience are everywhere. Mr. Peter Obi has the votes of the youth. No matter the crowd you see in some of these political gatherings, all these campaigns, I want to tell you that Mr. Peter Obi has, silent supporters that are not coming out to gather. Mr. Peter Obi has silent supporters who are going to shock this nation. I promise you, just wait for the 2023 election. Everybody is talking about Mr. Peter Obi. You should know that Mr. Peter Obi is not waiting for Soludo's endorsement or the endorsement of any of the Igbo leaders for him to emerge our next president. Mr. Peter Obi is going to win this election and he's going to shock the whole world. And that is what we want. We want it to be a shock, That is what we want. It's going to shock the world. So guys, let me allow you watch this video and listen to what Mr. Soludo told Atiku and his entourage. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell. Give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to many. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.
Please, you may now be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, you are the residents of Mr. Governor of Anambra State, the Governor's Lodge in Amobia, Awka Capital Territory of Anambra State. And it will be my singular honor and privilege to let you know that the man before you, the man at the helm of affairs of this great state, is a man you all know, a name that rings a bell in the entire country. But he came here and says that it is no longer going to be business as usual, that Anambra State must be the A state that it is, the light of the nation that it is. He brought what he calls disruptive change that is positive, that we will move forward in this state, making sure that everything is done the way it should be done. I am talking about a man who has decided to do what he calls developmental politics, politics of development, to see how the people will feel the impact of government by working for them. He told us, and he's doing what he says he will do. I don't want to bore you, but let me tell you that the man here is no less a man than Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR Odenibo. I will leave the introduction of our guests to Senator Dino Melaye, but permit me to introduce those from this side. First, we have the head of service of Anambra State in our midst. I am talking about Barrister Theodora Okwi Igwebe. Yes, the Chief of Staff is here, Mr. Ernest Ezajiri. And then the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Professor Sylvia Ifemeje. The State Chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, is here, Chief Sir Norbert Obi. The Principal Secretary to Mr. Governor is also here. Yes, Mokolo. And we have the Special Advisor, who you all know, to Mr. Governor, talking about Dr. Alex Obiomolu. And then the Vice Chairman of the Anambra State Association of Town Unions is also here, talking about Honorable Dr. Ikechukwu Fokansi. And then the woman leader of ASATU is also here. Yes, Lady Franca Mwizu, welcome you. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the members of Anambra State contingent that are here to welcome you to Anambra State. At this juncture, let me hand over to the one himself, the great man, Senator Dino Melaye, to do the rest. Thank you.
To God be the glory forever and ever. Amen. We are very delighted, the entourage of Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the PDP, to be in this very unique and historic government house. And we particularly are very happy with the reception from the man I call a reformer, from the man who is behind the consolidation of banks in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to the man who is a professor of developmental economics, and today, by the grace of God, the governor of Anambra State. While we appreciate this very warm and great reception, His Excellency is here today on a courtesy visit because it's in the States today for the political rally of the PDP. So he deemed it fit as a matter of courtesy and regard to pay you this personal courtesy visit. But he's not here alone. We are here with the national chairman of our party, elder statesman, founding member, of the People's Democratic Party, former president of the Nigerian Senate, former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and today, the indomitable, indefatigable, irremovable chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Dr. Senator Iyorchia Ayu. We also want to introduce to you your own. Please, I will pause for 1 second and allow the Ekweme of the universe to please take his seat. Your Excellency, I haven't introduced the chairman of our party. It is my singular honor to introduce to you, by the grace of the Almighty God, the next Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the former local government chairman, former secretary to the state government, former commissioner, Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and two-time performing governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, and his lovely, immaculately attired and cosmopolitanly fashioned wife. It is my honor also to introduce to you a man so blessed by God, yet so loved by God. Former Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Governor of Soludo State, the Director General of this presidential campaign, the Chairman Nigerian Governors Forum, Chairman PDP Governors Forum, Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambwal. I also want to introduce to you one of your own, a brother, ally, and friend of our principal, very reliable, never aging elder statesman, Senator High Chief Ben Obi. Otenibo. I also want to introduce, sir, the national chairman of our party said the governor of Anambra State is a returnee. So the day he's returning, we will sing, "Oh my home, oh my home." Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to the golden voice of the reformer, of the unifier, of the amplifier, of the mobilizer, of the magnifier, Atiku Abubakar.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Governor Charles Soludo, Your Excellencies, Governors here present, our dear Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Many people may be wondering, why would I pay a visit to an Awka governor in Anambra State? I just want to make it very, very clear, that my relationship with Governor Soludo and many other people as well from this part of the country is beyond partisan politics. Our relationship are born out of sense of patriotism and also a commitment to undertake reforms in our economy and also in our country. And these objectives are beyond party politics. I think there should be a consensus on how we move forward as far as the challenges of this country are concerned. So I want to say that Governor Charles Soludo is a partner in that respect, and therefore it is my singular privilege and honor that he's receiving me, in the government house today. And I think that is the kind of politics we should aim to achieve in this country. In spite of our party differences, there should be some national core values that we should all agree to implement if we have the opportunity to do so. So Governor Soludo, on behalf of my entourage, I want to thank you very much indeed for going beyond party differences to accord us this opportunity to pay you the courtesy call. You didn't shut your gates against us. You welcome us very, very warmly and brotherly as well. And we want to assure you that we are all partners in our reform agenda as far as this country is concerned. So let me thank you very much indeed. You personally told me when we spoke yesterday you were not in Anambra and you had to find your way back to Anambra so that you can give us the opportunity to pay you this courtesy call. We really appreciate that, and we thank you very much, for that opportunity. So God bless you all, and thank you very much.
I think, let me apologize to those who have just come in. If we knew that we were going to have this number, probably we would have moved into the next room, where you are going to have, for those of you who are standing, if you stand too much, maybe then move on to there. That's where we have got some water and so on to drink before you head to the stadium. I know you have quite a busy day. Your Excellency, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and as has been said, of course we know, I want to say, and I even wrote something, you are one of the two front runners for the presidency of Nigeria. One of the two. And in the fullness of time, we're going to have a conversation. See, I'm in politics, but I'm not yet, I'm still struggling whether I've become a politician or not. I say it as it is. And we got to say it for the sake of this country, for the sake of Nigeria. Let me, on behalf of the government and good people of Anambra, the light of the nation, welcome you to Anambra State. You're welcome. You are in-law. I will say, welcome home. Because he is an in-law as well. People forget that. So welcome home. And I don't want to go into the history about us in government and then in politics, but I know that sometime 2010, even to early 2011, we went around this country together, all in search for a better Nigeria. Nigeria is one great country that, as far as I'm concerned, destined by God to be the largest, most prosperous, and most powerful black nation on earth. It's our God-given mission to make it great, to make it realize its fullest potentials. Party differences, whether you're in PDP or in, and by the way, Of course, I hear the jokes. I hear the from the national chairman of PDP. PDP used to be the only, literally the only one, but it has begot quite a number of branches, and some are now competing to take, like Awka now being the third largest political party in Nigeria. Sometimes I think the prayer of the parents is that their children will become bigger and better than they are. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Welcome to Anambra. And as I say, the entourage that has come, our Anambra, the Amazons of Anambra with you, distinguished Senator Iyom, the Iyom and the Iyom, then High Chief Senator Obi, and of course Okosisi. If you go to AIT, you hear him. If you don't know the name, then turn on to AIT. And Iko Obosi too. I didn't know. When did you sneak in? You just sneaked in. And all my brothers from neighboring states, and of course, the vice presidential candidate of PDP, who is my neighbor on the other, across the river, and struggling to build Anambra, Onitsha, and Asaba to be like the twin, now with the second Niger bridge, to become like the twin cities of New York and New Jersey, and so on. And I'm glad you came with the governorship candidate. I wish you the very best of luck. I welcome all of you, eminent senators, former governors, and so on. Hi! And Senator Liel, and you guys are aging backwards. Let me welcome all of you. It's really a great pleasure, exciting to receive you. Like I said, this country is bigger than any individual. It's bigger than any political party. There is one mission, and that is for us to realize our God-given potentials. And I mean, I said the business of making Nigeria, building this new Nigeria, is far beyond anybody, even far beyond the politicians. It's too serious a business to be left to politicians alone. And so, and for me, in this business, Anambra State, Igbo land, and the entire Nigeria should be open space for everybody to play. To be open space for everybody to play. There's no exclusivity. You come and you give us your value proposition. How are you going to fix Nigeria? How are you going to fix Southeast? Now, Anambra has got its own unique challenges. We are the erosion capital of the world, for example. You know, what is in it for us? You know, now that I'm wearing, you know, in my other life, I take it in that layer. In the other life, as governor of Central Bank, chief economic advisor, head of national planning, the only thing I was looking at was just the national aggregate numbers and how the macro and the banking and so on, how they were doing nationally. Now, as governor of a state, our chairman is here, governors forum. So when we now meet there, everybody is saying, give me my own, give me my own, give me my own, give me my own. So that's governor of a state. When you now call me, Abuja, and I say, which one are you bringing to me, so to speak? And I want to believe that in the fullness of time, I'm very glad that you are here to canvass for votes. Speak to the people, present your value proposition to them. And I want to believe that our people will listen carefully. Part of what we're asked for is to have a level playing field for everybody to be able to canvass their votes. And that is my own orientation. When, for example, one of our brothers wanted to declare that he was running, then under PDP, he asked me, he wanted to use the government house premises to make his declaration, even though from different political parties. I said, why not? Go ahead and talk to the people. For me, that is the spirit. And that should be the spirit. You can't say this area, no, that's why you done. No. This business is too serious. So I want to welcome you. And I want to also say that, and I want to believe that in the course of time, some months to come, or some weeks to come, we will have an opportunity, another opportunity to have, this one is what is said in the general, we'll say it in the village meeting, that what is to be discussed in the executive should not be discussed during general. I know they're laughing, those of you from you say, when you have that executive session, what is discussed in the plenary is not to be discussed in the, so I want to believe that in the next couple of days and weeks, we'll have that opportunity to have an executive session. We'll have an executive session, you know, have the executive session. And we would be more than glad to have that executive session with you. And where we discuss some, if you like, nitty-gritty. Where we are now, this one is for the general. This is general. This is plenary. We'll go into executive session. Yeah. Because for us as people from this part of the world, Southeast, as you know, as your party knows, when this agitation, people wanting this, or people also felt who got to be president. I'm sure that's why Mazi contested, and so on and so forth. But beyond that, you don't necessarily, even if you are not number one, we want to be in the sitting room, in the bedroom, and so on and so forth. We want to be in the bedroom, so where this conversation is had, because ultimately, politics is about what? Development. And we want this place to feel part of that development. That since the Civil War ended, there was one promise that was made, one arrow that we are yet to come to, and which is reconstruction. That's the only arrow. Reconciliation and the other arrows, but the Marshall Plan that had to come. I'm glad the second Niger Bridge is coming, but look at the federal highway constructed during the Shagari era. No, more terrible. That was the last they were built. Enugu Onisha, Enugu Port Harcourt. These are the two highways. This year I've been here for a few months, but I'm spending a few billions on federal roads just to fix basics. The flooding comes, sweeps off more than almost 2/3 of the state. The environment is our existential threat, the erosion capital of the world, and so on and so forth. There are concrete things, because bottom line is that we want to change the life of the average citizen. Isn't it? That's the summary. Whether you are wearing face cap, or like I see, this uniform that you came with, it will pass, wondering whether High Chief will be doing Ofala, and then everybody else is following him, and with this regalia, as it were. So I don't want to bore you, but the key thing is to welcome you to Anambra, and to say to you that our people are all ears, and that after the general today, in time to come, we will have an executive session. And I think we'll take it from there. I want to wish you the very best of luck. Wish you the very best of luck. We don't need any introduction. You don't even need introduction here in Anambra. Our relationship has gone, I mean, at a personal level, it's gone on for quite, I would say, decades now. And I can only wish you the very best of luck. We'll pray for you and pray for Nigeria. And then in the final analysis as well, where you are going, and why we wish you the very best of luck. You as parents, as those who are the forebears, you will be praying that Awka, you are the other child, will have to take over from the parents, as it were. I want to thank you immensely, and may God bless you and bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I think while we finish this, if you can just have some water or so before you, just as you have that. If I can have the, hi Chief, you're here. Unuzulezu.
Atiku Abubakar is our man.
Thank you. Please, put up the music. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, by February 2023, those who want to rig our election, those small parties, we are going to prove to them that Unsabu, Eyimba, Unsabu. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Governor Awka.
People. And the Anambra Queen. Where's Anna? And the Anambra Anna make no my party. Unu na lolo na Anambra. I need Wetarosi across the Niger and Delta states. Kuno Sinagari. From community to community, in a campaign for a great party, the PDP. Party ayi, Ewo Butago, Atiku Abubakar as a presidential candidate. And I win the election in Anambra State. I man na Atiku Abubakar bụ ezigbo products and imending name as Awka susu Atiku nwere nnukwu experience oge ji wepụta anyị n'ajọ ọnọdụ ndị APC gọọmenti butere anyị n'obodo Nigeria. Nna anyị Atiku o kwego nkwa na ọ ga-ewepụta nnukwu ego ọ ga-eji nyere ndị youth ụmụnwaanyị aka ndị na-azụ ahịa na ndị chọkwa bido small businesses and ego bụ ọkwa bụ $10 billion. Nna anyị ọhụrụ ka anyị na-ewepụta obi wee lụsa ọrụ ike ka anyị wee win election na Anambra State. In the last 2 months, in the party and I got in the Nigeria, they were very convinced PDP they win the national election. And I don't know, no thank God. I would all get sentiments. I got here PDP Akupo, Maswana go vote. Anambra got the counted among the number of states. PDP win victory. Ekele kanji bia, Ariyo kanji bia, they won. PDP, part of the people. PDP can get stone. Imelumala, PDP can get so. Was PDP. He can get so. Thank you.
The best man for president. Money with the intelligent. If you want more creative, poverty cancel on the case. So make you get your pieces today.
PDP. Ladies and gentlemen, there are times in life that the truth must be spoken. The people of Anambra State, I want to assure you that with Atiku Abubakar, the issue of insecurity, the issue of marginalization, the issue of enhancing your businesses will all be over. If you believe Atiku will solve the problem in the southeast, in Anambra State, please clap your hands together for Atiku. Ladies and gentlemen, as I prepare to invite to the microphone the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the articulator, the magnifier, the results to all our problems. Jam your hands together as I invite Atiku Abubakar. Thank you. Thank you. As we are waiting for the next president to come, we must.
Whether Soludo supports Peter Obi or not, Peter Obi is going to be the next president of Nigeria. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to many, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.